Okay, so here we discussed about the coagulative necrosis. Okay, so what is coagulative necrosis? It is most common type of necrosis with loss of nucleus with the cellular outline. It is being preserved, associated with ischemia, seen in organs of heart, liver, kidney, except the brain. Coagulative necrosis we can never seen in the brain. Then we discussed about liquefactive necrosis, that is enzymic destruction of the cell, abscess formation, and pancreatitis seen in the brain. Okay, here there is total loss of the boundaries of the cell also occurs, so total loss of the structure. Okay, so here that is colliquative or liquefactive necrosis. So it occurs in the organs where there is more amount of fluid and enzymatic activity related with the polymorphonuclear leukocytosis. Okay. So here the necrotic area undergoes softening and filled with pigmented or turbid fluid. There is complete loss of the structure. Here primarily there is primary as a primary changes, there is loss of nucleus with the cellular outline. It is being preserved, okay, in primary. And whenever the necrosis becomes severe, the boundaries they also get fade from your eyesight. Okay, so it is always coagulative necrosis always associated with ischemia. Okay, and liquefactive necrosis, it is always associated when there is very much enzymatic activity. Okay, so in virulent organisms like mycobacterium, this sorry, not mycobacterium, but it may be associated with staphylococcal infections. Okay, so it is also a virulent organism which always take part in the abscess formation. Okay, or it may be related with the pancreatitis, or it may be seen in the brain. Then caseous necrosis, it is a combination of this colliquative, coagulative or liquefactive, that is colliquative necrosis. Okay, and it is characteristic of tuberculosis. There is formation of cheesy like appearance of the necrotic material. Okay, creamy cheesy appearance which is slightly greasy to touch. Okay, and it is commonly seen in the tuberculosis. Okay, so these three types of necrosis we discussed today, and we are going to discuss this remaining three tomorrow. Okay, or in the next this next Monday. Next Monday we will discuss about this fat necrosis, fibrinoid necrosis, and gangrenous necrosis. Till then, you can look for more information about this necrosis. Here in this colliquative necrosis, the other features are with nuclear disintegration. There are three types of this nuclear disintegration occurs. That is karyolysis, then pycnosis, and karyorrhexis. These three type of nuclear disintegration occurs with this colliquative necrosis. Sorry, coagulative necrosis. Okay. So it is also the characteristic changes that occurs with the nucleus in coagulative necrosis. Yes, who raised hand? Want to ask some question? Yes, you can ask. Yes, who raised the hand? You want to ask some question? Yes. So we'll stop here today, and we will meet on next Monday. Okay, we will meet on next Monday with the remaining three types of the necrosis that we will discuss. We will revise again this particular part and then we will go forward, okay, with the remaining types of necrosis. Yes, Akshada. Yes, I'm going to send the YouTube link of lectures shortly, okay? Definitely. And I will post this YouTube link on your group, okay? So don't worry, you can again this here my this lectures you can study with this lectures. You can also if there are books with you, you can find out more characteristics, and then we will discuss uh, on next Monday with more characteristics of this particular taught portion, and also we will going to discuss the remaining three parts of necrosis. Okay, so today I am going to end this meeting. Send me your attendance. Okay, why this attendance is so less for this next meeting? Because first meeting there are 78 students and now there are only 48. Why? Okay, so I'm going to end this session. We will meet on Monday, next Monday, with the same portion. Otherwise, you can join with the winter batch from tomorrow.